Hey guys, it's Mr. Ng going over version C. Show all your workbox or answers. The key to this problem is inside the parentheses. X equals a -4, so every x value is going to become -4. Okay, we have to pay attention in this problem. You have a 2 on the outside, power of 2 minus 5. Currently, we're doing PEMDAS, and we are simplifying going down. Okay, so here, PEMDAS says you have to not multiply first, but you have to do the exponent. So -4 squared means you have two -4s, which would give you positive 16 as your answer. So we did parentheses, now you do multiplication and division. So that would be 32 minus 5, which would give you 27 is your answer, and that would be choice A. B, you are solving, so you're going to go work your way up, okay? So let's go ahead and just draw a line down. And then remember, think of this one as a chunk. So we're going to do addition and subtraction first. So -9, doing the opposites. Bring this down, -2x equals -8. Then I'm going to do multiplication and division. So divide by -2 on both sides. -2 divided by -2 is 1. So we have 1x, or just x, and that equals 4. So that would be D as your answer. All right, C, you have the square root of 98. So write out all the factors. Notice I'm going to start here with 1, and the smaller number is on the right side, so I have half of that. 7 probably works. No, any of these would work, but you recognize that this one is the best one. Okay, so square root of 98. And when you guys are breaking up these, make sure you guys are on the next line having the radical. Thank you, Mr. Ivan. And then here I have 7 times 7 times 2. So remember, you have a pair that will come outside. So 7 radical 2 is your correct answer. That would be letter choice C. Okay, question number 4 on the back side. I do want to point out this one. So that one's multiplication, -1 times that. So remember, back in PEMDAS, we have to do the, we're going down, so we're going to do these first. Now, inside the parentheses, let's write that I have -1. Okay, now 2 to the 4th power, it's not 8. It's 2/4. Now, a lot of students try to distribute. We wouldn't do that first. So that would become 4 times 4, which is 16. Okay, pay attention. Another common mistake is that minus sign. It's not -3. It's 3 squared. Now, again, how would you know that? You'll know that based off of the amount of parentheses. So you're going to have 3 squared, which is 3 times 3, which is 9. And you just close your parentheses. Okay, and that should be clear because on this one, it has the parentheses. That's how you know they want you to do 3 -2s by multiplication. So that'll become +4 times -2 is -8. Okay, so I'm going to have -1 times 16 minus 9 is 7 minus 8. Remember, the negative wins here. -7 minus 8 gives you -15. So I have -15 is my final answer. Okay, I think the most common mistake is try to distribute the -1 and then also try to include the -3 as the power of 2 in green there, but that's not true. Number 5, decide. So decide is yes or no, true or false, whether x equals -1 and y equals -1 is a solution. So we're going to actually just put those in there. X at -1. And then the y value will be -1 as well. So let's go ahead and just put those in. So I have -1 equals, remember you can put parentheses around there if you need to, -1 minus 2. So x values were -1, y values were -1. Okay, -1 squared is this. That'll become +1. -2 times -1 is +2, and then you have the -2 here. Okay, so I have -1 left to right, adding, subtracting, and -1 is not equal to -1, so this would be false is my answer. They are not equal. Okay. And number 6. Okay, this one's a tricky one. You have this negative sign, which you can do as a -1 and then just distribute. Okay, -1x, that becomes -3. Everything else remains the same, so you have the 5x and then 2x plus 5 on the right side. A lot of students' temptation is to try to do 5x minus 1 is 4x. Remember, they're not like terms. Now, on the same side of the equation, now you can do 5 minus 1. That would be 4x. You're not doing opposites on the same side. 2x plus 5. Okay, now we're going across the equal sign. Remember, in PEMDAS, we're going backwards. So now we're going to treat those like chunks. That's like a chunk, and that's a chunk. So I can get them together, right? I want to get these together. So I'm thinking maybe I add 3 to both sides, both under constants. Those are under ones that don't have x. So I have 4x equals 2x, and that becomes an 8. These are like terms. I see 2x, so now pay attention. I'm going to subtract 2x. Remember, it's like a chunk. So then subtract 2x. So I have 2x equals 8. And now I have multiplication. Opposite is division. So x, or 1x, equals 4 is my answer. Remember, you can always substitute that to check your answer. Okay? See you guys later. Bye.